What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 2. It is time for us to head into the district and find Dr. Mordin Solus. Apparently there's a plague outbreak here. I mean, Arya said this guard literally might not even let us in the front door, but I imagine the nod from her goes a long way. So does all the heavy artillery on our back.
Plague. Nobody gets in or out.
You can't keep me out. I live in there.
I'm doing you a favor, lady. If you go in, the guards will cut you down.
You can't do this. Everything I own is in that apartment.
She reminds me of a character from Mass Effect 1, but I'm forgetting who it is. She reminds me of the dock worker on Eden Prime. The one that was with the first guy that gave up Cole's identity. That's who she reminds me of.
I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
To be honest, that's smart. You have the whole station to think about, right?
So you're saying the slums are completely sealed off?
Finally, a human that can hear. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You can't keep me out. I'm gonna lose all my stuff.
I'm doing you a favor, human. Anybody in the quarantine zone will be dead from the plague or the gangs in a few weeks.
It's kind of like the situation with the bioweapon they made on Novaria, right? They didn't want to let anybody in there either because they didn't want to contaminate the station. Same thing here, just more people. It's like 7.6 million people on Omega, I think. And it affects every species but humans, so it's probably like 4 million people potentially that would die, maybe 3.
I didn't think Omega had any kind of law enforcement. Who gave the order to quarantine the slums?
Fresh off the transport, huh? Arya Tilok calls the shots around here. She's got her little blue hands on every business in this district. And a plague is bad for business. She hired us to keep anyone from entering or leaving the quarantine zone.
Well, you're not wearing enough armor to deal with me, so I'll be going in now.
There's a Solarian named Mordin Solus in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Mordin's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck, but the area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone. Then go in and clean up.
Any idea where I can find Mordin's clinic?
Not a clue. What do you care? Place is quarantined, remember?
We'll get to that.
Tell me more about this plague.
It starts out as a cough, then you start coughing blood. And, well, then I shoot you. It
Nice and
affects
simple.
multiple species. Turians, Solarians, Krogan, you name it. Only humans are immune. And Vorcha, if you count them. An airborne disease that takes down multiple races. Can't let that spread. Hence the quarantine.
Well, that's going to put the humans on the station in the bullseye. They're going to think that we made that. Because Vorcha are just immune to disease, period. They can't get diseases, so it wouldn't affect them regardless. But if you didn't catch it by speaking to the one Vorcha last episode, they're not the smartest, so nobody's going to peg them for scientists.
Who are the Blue Suns?
Mercenary gang that runs the district. At least they used to. The guys are mostly Turian. I heard the plague hit them pretty hard. Now the whole district is up for grabs. I hear the Vorcha are making a move. Plague can't hurt them. Immune to disease. Just one more reason you don't want to go in there.
I didn't think diseases would cross species barriers. Turians and Solarians can't even eat the same food.
Right. Most people figure that it has to be synthetic. Somebody engineered it. And it either got loose, or they're testing it here. And seeing as how humans are immune to the plague and doing a fair bit of looting, a lot of people think humans made it.
Yeah, I figured that'd be the case.
Listen, you're stuck here until this quarantine is over. That could take weeks. What you really need is to get this problem solved right now. That's what I do. Solve problems. Let me in and I'll get this district straightened out.
You think you can fix this? Why not? Quarantine is more to keep infected people in anyway. I'll radio ahead, tell them you're coming in.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Astute powers of observation.
Fortunately, humans are immune to the plague.
Yeah, all human squads, so we're good so far. It is possible to have a non-human in your squad by this point, but I like doing this one first. So we will take Miranda, and I think we'll do Jacob. Sometimes I take Kasume, but I think Jacob. his pull might come in useful here. And since we get a chance to switch this up, we are going to pull out the Matic, my favorite gun in this game. So the Mantis, I wish it would tell me which one did more damage, but I think it's the Mantis for now. I think the Mantis is the one that has the most beef. We don't want to be throwing singularities at people yet, I don't think, so we'll stick here for now. You're going to get a great chance to see why I love the Matic so much. Especially with Adrenaline Burst. It's spicy. We are going to have a lot of things to loot in the background of this area, by the way. There's lots of hidden goodies and upgrades and things to look for, so eyes peeled when you're going through this place. You can run into all kinds of good shit. Pretty curious about the situation in here, too. If the guards will even listen, or if they'll just try and shoot us.
Cleared to come in.
I guess they would have just blown us away if we didn't have the radio ahead. We were just like Joe Schmo. Like if that lady snuck in to try and get her stuff out of her apartment, I guess she'd just be dead now. Yeah, you see, we have full Metagel now, so we just get 100 credits every time we pop one of those. Which is why I won't be using much Metagel if I can avoid it.
Good luck in there. Blue Suns and Vorcha shooting anything that moves.
Oh, good. It looks like we're getting right into finding that out, huh?
They've seen us.
Okay, so we're gonna hit you with that. You see why I like this so much. Thanks for standing in the way of that, Jacob. You helped a bunch.
Guess they just left the dead in the streets.
Burning corpses. Must be trying to keep the plague from spreading.
What's not really surprising is that they're gangs. It's not like they're doctors and officials here. They just want these people to not spread the plague. They don't really give a shit about them in general. So here is our hacking thing. So we have white, orange, blue. It's basically just pattern recognition is what this is. So we have a chunk of orange and then a chunk of blue, which would be that one. Then white, space, chunk of blue. It would be this one. And that's how the hacking segments work. I like to just break it down in the pattern rather than trying to like diagnose the code too far, because you just waste time if you do that. It's a victim.
Human. Should have guessed.
Right.
Bad enough you infect us with this plague. Now you lack the decency to even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
Give me the lecture. This dude is probably part of like a terrorist cell and he's lecturing me about the virtues of humanity. Get over it.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Get away from me, human. Your kind has done too much already. Your plague did this to me. Your faint pity is the final insult.
And this is why Batarians end up all alone, because they isolate themselves and then play the victim about being isolated.
I need to find Mordin Solus.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the
Sympathizer.
Vorcha burn Mordin and his clinic to the ground.
Real nice.
I hope you...
He's helping everybody chuckles.
Damn it. Damn you.
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague, but it might help a bit.
You helped me. Why?
If you stopped raiding the colonies, you might actually find a lot of humans would be interested in helping you if you, put the pistol down for 10 seconds.
It's what I do. I don't know if I can find a cure for this plague, but I'm gonna try.
Your words sound sincere.
No shit.
Maybe it's the fever. But as you said, what have I to lose? What do you wish to know?
Why are you so convinced humans are behind this outbreak?
The plague is too potent to be a naturally occurring virus. Airborne transmission across numerous species, near perfect mortality rate. It had to be created in a lab.
They usually are.
And since humans are the only species not affected, there is only one logical conclusion.
Aren't the Vorcha immune to the plague? What if they spread the virus so they could take over the district?
Vorcha are immune to disease. A human-created plague wouldn't affect them. But if the Vorcha created the plague, why wouldn't it affect humans? Besides, the Vorcha aren't smart enough to make a virus like this.
That's actually a fair point.
Scavengers. Sorry, human. You may not want to believe it, but all the evidence points to your species.
Yeah, it actually does. He made a pretty good point there, actually. If they made it, why wouldn't it clap us? Like, no matter who made it, it wouldn't do anything to the Vorcha, but if the Vorcha made it, why would they make us exempt from the consequences?
I need to find Mordin Solus.
He has a clinic on the far side of the district. He's taking in refugees, offering to help those infected with the plague. I was afraid to go to him before. He is dangerous, but perhaps he can help.
He is probably helping everybody that comes across his door.
What makes Mordin worse than dying from the plague?
The Blue Suns tried to press him for protection money. He killed them, stunned them with some kind of toxin, then gunned them down. He's not just a doctor. Doctors don't execute people and display the bodies as a warning.
Well, Mordin's getting more interesting as this conversation progresses.
When I find Mordin, I'll tell him about you. If he has a cure, I'll make sure someone gets it to you.
Thank you. My time is running short, but at least you have given me a flicker of hope to brighten the darkness of my final hours. I don't want to die. Whatever Mordin is, I will risk it if he can reach me.
You were talking about Vorcha earlier?
Before the quarantine, the Blue Suns controlled this district. But as their numbers fell to the plague, Vorcha moved in. The Blue Suns are fighting to protect their territory. But as the plague spreads, it's only a matter of time until the Vorcha overwhelm them.
Yeah, this whole thing is like a Judge Dredd movie. Omega is actually would be a perfect spot for a Judge Dredd movie, actually. When you really think about it. Just a bunch of different gangs fighting in the slums for who controls which block and where. Get inside the side door. I'm sure there's goodies to be had. It's a needle. Oh, this one was nice and easy. They're all already paired up. You'll find that sometimes. Sometimes they'll already just be paired. Just have to click away.
Looks like he tried to claw his way out. No one wants to die trapped like an animal.
Yeah, that's rough. They just locked them in here together.
Bastards sealed us in this room. Said we're infected. Idiots can't tell the difference between the plague and a simple cough. Nothing to do now but sit tight and wait for them to wise up. Good thing we brought a deck of cards.
Surprised they didn't just shoot you.
2 days in. Nobody's even come by to check on us. Never thought the Blue Suns would turn their backs on me. This group used to stand for something. When I get out of here, I'm gonna make them pay.
So I guess they really, really wanted them to not have the plague, so they just locked them in here instead of killing them. So I guess there was some loyalty there after all, at least enough to not get a bullet in the head, but it doesn't look like they had a very good way to go. I think I'd prefer the bullet in the head.
This isn't doing too good. I think he really does have the plague. Gotta get out of here before he infects me too.
And that's the kind of delusion people will be when they're sick.
Davis died last night. He's still talking to me, though. Good to hear his voice. The company is nice. Nobody should die alone.
Yeah, that's rough. Just being locked in here, tried to claw his way out. That's a rough one. And what do you do though, right? I mean, obviously you didn't have to lock them in there, but at the same time, you can't let them free. You can't let them go, even if you care about them as a person, right? They'll kill everybody else here. Another door bypass. Needle. This is the 2-prong. 3-prong is already paired off. C to C and 2 to 2. What do we have down here? Damn, what were you saving up for?
The Blue Suns came by this morning and did something to my door. Now it won't open. Turned out the circuits, maybe. They said they were trying to control the spread of the plague. But I'm not even infected.
Yeah, and unfortunately for this Batarian, it doesn't actually seem like he was sick. They just locked him in the... I guess he starved to death or something, and then they came in after the fact to loot everything. But there's looters in here anyways, we heard, right? So maybe that's not even related. Maybe they did just lock him in there and walk away, and then somebody else came by and took his stuff. It's possible. So we are going to have some violence here, as you can see. So we're going to start this fight by getting up here on the high ground. You are very astute, Jacob. Just glad he didn't start shooting yet. That's too far of an angle. This one works. The headshot damage you get out of this gun is phenomenal. That is why I like it so much.
Deploying tech overload.
I guess the Batarians have blue suns in their gang too.
Very nice. Deploying tech overload.
Let's give him a taste of the headshot. Sniping is fun in this game. I'm a fan of the sniper rifles in Mass Effect 2. Not so much in 3. I think 3 is a little fast-paced for sniping. But this game is paced perfectly to pull out sniper rifles and have fun like that in the shooting galleries. Honestly, the combat encounters in this game are almost perfectly designed. Each one is very well crafted, right, with its own lanes and angles and all that stuff. It's very good. I know you've only seen a couple shooting galleries so far, but you don't need to take my word for it. We'll get to it. They're very good. There is a way for you to check which way the main mission is, but I'm forgetting what the button is. There's like a prompt you can get. I'm not remembering what it is. Luckily I remember it, at least for this mission. So we are looking for needle. 2 prongs right there. 3 prong is the... Where's my C? That's your 2 prong. Check all this stuff, because like I said, even like that 4,000 credit drop from the Batarian, Cerberus will match that, so that's 8,000 credits. And whatever we find in here is going to be matched too, so...
Oh, thank God you're human.
When we saw that door open, we thought those Turians had found us.
So dangerous, why are you here? So you don't mind if I loot your life savings. The difference in apartment quality, man. The Batarian was basically in like a little tiny locker apartment. This is like nice. You would not expect this in the slums of Omega. This is like a nice place. It's been paying a pretty penny for this.
Ever since this plague started, the Blue Suns have been out to get us. They're killing as many people as the disease.
Who did you kidnap to get this apartment?
Why are the Blue Suns hunting you?
We didn't do anything. Pretty much every non-human in the district wants us dead.
They think we caused the plague. Humans aren't getting sick, and that's all the evidence they need. God knows how many of us they've already killed.
They should be looking at the Vorcha, not us. Ever since the plague hit, they've been taking over Blue Sun's territory.
You said the Vorcha moved in just after the plague hit?
Right after the district was quarantined. Vorcha are immune to diseases, so they're not getting sick.
Not sure where they came
Nice
from.
time for a
Never
power
saw many
play.
Vorcha around before. Sure seemed like they were ready for this.
Only nobody thinks the Vorcha are smart enough to create a virus like this. The Blue Suns need someone else to blame. Like us.
Well, the Vorcha are basically attack dogs, and that makes them very easy to hold the leash of.
You said the Vorcha were taking over Blue Sun's territory?
In fact, that's usually the case. Someone is almost always holding the leash.
The plague softened them up, but they still have enough firepower to hold some of their turf. The Turians are getting pushed back. The deeper you go into the district, the more Vorcha you'll see. Unless they see you first.
What else can you tell me about the plague? When did it start?
The first cases cropped up about 2 weeks ago. Nobody paid much attention until it started to spread. Usually takes about a week to kill you, but it spreads fast. 3 days after the first outbreak, there were over 50 known cases.
That's when everyone noticed humans weren't getting sick. Then the quarantine came down and everything went to hell.
Any idea how the victims contracted it?
Not sure. Probably airborne. Even after the Blue Suns started sealing victims up inside their own apartments, the plague kept spreading. Now they just gun victims down and burn the bodies in the streets. Doesn't seem to be helping, though. People are dying by the dozens.
Yeah, you would. The best way to deal with this is just to seal it all off, like Arya ordered, right? Let nobody in, nobody out, and eventually everybody that has the sickness will die and it will just dissipate. I mean, that's rough, but that's the way that it is for stuff like that.
Tell me more about the
If it doesn't have a cure, you gotta do stuff like that.
Gang, mostly Turian, used to run this district. Kept things nice and stable for the most part.
As long as you paid your monthly protection fees, everything was cool. Rates were pretty reasonable. For Omega, at least.
And this damn
For you
plague
two, at
hit.
least.
Everyone started dying. The Vorcha
Even how they're dressed, they're clearly not.
The Blue Suns
And a lack
lost
of
control and
credits.
the whole district turned into a war zone.
They're very out of place here.
I need to find Mordin Solus.
Oh yeah, him. He's got a clinic on the other side of the
He
district.
doesn't seem happy about
He's
Mordin
taking
either.
in refugees now. Trying to help plague victims. Offering protection from the Suns and the Vorcha.
Sure. A doctor with military-grade mechs helping people for free. On Omega, grow up.
Sounds like you don't think much of the doctor in his clinic.
The Vorcha tried to muscle in. He gunned them down. Just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Didn't even use his mechs.
Then the Blue Suns heard he was sheltering humans and they went to burn down the clinic. He killed them too. Then he went inside and got back to work. He's cold. Must be Solarian Special Forces or something.
Okay, now I'm very interested in Mordin.
You can't stay trapped in this apartment. If you get to Mordin's, you might at least survive until the quarantine ends.
Are you nuts? We'd never make it. The streets are crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha. We don't even have pistols.
Besides, I'm not risking my life on a rumor that some Solarian might offer me sanctuary.
Stand behind me, I'm like a land tank.
I know you're scared, but your only hope is to get to Mordin's clinic. I'm going to be under fire from the Blue Suns and the Vorcha, so I can't take you with me. But I promise you this. I'll do what I can to leave a safe path for you to follow me. It's risky, but I think it's your only chance.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, you don't want to be here when the
Never make it
looters
if we
come
stay
through.
here. We have to try. We'll wait here for a while.
Especially not with
Give
your
you time
wife
to clear
and
the
no
way.
guns.
Then we'll head for Mordin's clinic, if we're lucky. Maybe we'll meet you there.
It's a good idea. Yeah, they don't want to be here when the looting starts, and especially if it's like Batarians or something that come through here. They'll just be tortured just for the fun of it. And if anybody else comes through here, they'll just be killed. Pick your poison. Better off potentially getting shot at by Vorcha, in my opinion, than whatever slow fade Batarians or anybody else would cook up for you. Modified assault rifle.
We can use this.
It's AR damage, that's beautiful. Yeah, once we get Mordin on board, actually, we'll finally be able to start upgrading things, so that'll be perfect for us. Surprise. Yeah, the Vorcha. I would recommend conserving your ammo here, because they're gonna throw the Baron at you, and there's gonna be a lot of Vorcha that spawn in the back. And I think there's a Krog in here too. I think it's the first time we'll fight a Krog in enemy too. So be a little cautious with your ammo. One cool thing about this is if we can get him, there we go. He's just dead now. There are flamethrower enemies, and if you shoot the tanks, they blow up. And they'll also damage their friends that are around them too. Again, great overhauls on the combat designs in this game. They did a really good job. Lots of variation in enemies, lots of fun ways to get rid of said enemies.
Nice shot!
Jacob's using incendiary rounds.
Shields down.
I'm only advancing my position to get behind this piece of cover. I'm not actually trying to advance all the way up. I just want a better spot for if the Krogan shows up, if I'm remembering it correctly.
This will put them down.
That's why I like the medic. be dealing with him. We'll have none of his bullshit. Could almost be good. Okay, Jacob, hit them with a pull.
Have a nice trip.
Watch the Krogan.
I got the shotgun. Pop adrenaline. Get behind cover. And he's the last one.
Here we go.
Good night. And now we're good.
Seems we've crossed into Vorcha territory.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Have given up a lot of turf. That doesn't bode well for them.
Yeah, and it's also turf they'll probably never get back to based on the way the gangs work, right? I mean, maybe if we manage to clean out all the Vorcha here, but Vorcha also breed like rabbits. They're like rodents, right? They're like cockroaches. They're immune to all disease. They'd survive like nuclear fallout. They also spread fast too, so... That's why they're so useful to other species, like the Krogan you saw with them there. That's because they're all part of the Blood Pack. It looks like they're part of the Blood Pack anyway, except Krogan was wearing all red. So they are part of the Blood Pack gang. And, I mean, the Blood Pack, they literally see Vorcha as attack dogs. Just rabid pets, basically. That they sick on people whenever they would like. What do we have in here? Just Ezo.
Hey, back off. We got here first.
You got here first? That's not how this works. Looting corpses.
Hey, what did I say? We found this stuff. It's ours.
Ah, forget it. Nothing but junk in here. This place is worse than the last one.
I'm not a fan of grave robbers.
What are you doing in this apartment? Did you kill that Turian?
What, the guy on the floor? Nah, the plague took care of him. We're just here to take a full accounting of all his worldly possessions.
So you're scumbags.
Stealing from the dead. That's pretty low.
What's the big deal? It's not like they're gonna miss anything. We're just showing a little entrepreneurial spirit. The plague doesn't affect humans, so we might as well cash.
You're showing a little cockroach
Besides,
spirit.
if we don't take this stuff, the Vorcha or Blue Suns will. Better us than them, right?
No more looting.
Oh, what? You gonna shoot us?
Would you like me to?
This plague won't last forever. When the Blue Suns come back, they won't like you looting in their territory.
Yeah, well, maybe they won't find out. It's not like there's any witnesses alive to tell them.
Three right here.
Turian's trinkets and a handful of credits worth that risk?
We just wanted to make a bit of quick cash. But when you put it like that, doesn't sound like such a good idea. Hardly found anything valuable anyway. Yeah, you're probably right. It's not worth it.
Do you know a Solarian named Mordin Solus?
Yeah, I know him. Got a clinic right around the corner. Take plenty of ammo if you go that way. It's crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha.
I mean, like, I understand coming through here in a couple weeks, right? When the bodies are all cold, at least. But, I mean, the Turian probably just died, and I don't necessarily believe that they didn't take care of him either, or see him on his way. Maybe he was weak, but I'm sure they wouldn't be against seeing him on his way to the Heaven's Gate, right? So, a little too early for me. It's a little too fresh for me to allow that to continue.
What else can you tell me about the plague?
I don't know. Started about a week ago, I think. Aliens started dying off left and right, and they quarantined the district.
Figured we had to look out for ourselves. Started scoping out some apartments, taking what we could carry.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Guess we didn't really think it through.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
The Blue Suns used to keep them down. But with all the Suns getting sick, the Vorcha are making a push to take over the district. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. We just want to stay the hell out of the way.
And make money from dead men.
Tell me everything you know about Mordin Solus.
That guy is crazy. He'll patch up a gunshot wound for free, then kick your ass and throw you out when you try to grab a few painkillers.
Be honest, man. You kinda had that coming.
No way he's just a doctor. No doctor puts down a Blue Sun squad like that.
All I know is if you go to his clinic, don't cause any trouble.
He was trying to steal drugs, too. No doubt to sell on, because I'm sure Mordin gave him painkillers for the gunshot, right? So he was trying to pocket extra to sell when he got on the outside, probably.
The Blue Suns control this district, right?
Should have put the bullet back in.
Well, they used to, before the plague wiped half of them out. Seems like it won't be long until the Vorcha finish them off. Yeah, I'm kinda sorry to see him go. Blue Suns ran a tight ship, kept the district in line for the most part.
You're not the first person that said that.
We need to get going.
Yeah, sure. We'll just stay here for a while. Get some rest.
Don't worry, you made your...
I guess it does make sense to a degree, right? Because the gangs all profit from smooth operations here. They don't want unrest and riots in the streets when they're trying to like control the district and peddle the drugs and the flesh and all that stuff, right? That makes sense. That furthermore, it would be better than complete lawlessness, right? Because they still have objectives that they'll design the way that they run this place around. The smoother it goes, the better. So, gang law, I guess, is better than no law, but I don't think it's ideal. I guess the burning corpses all over the place are a pretty good indication of that, huh? Make sure I don't miss anything. Love the door opening animation. I guess we're here. I guess we're at Mordin's clinic. I guess we made it.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
I don't think those mechs could take me, friend, but I appreciate your sentiment.
Good call. Mordin's around here somewhere. Go talk to him. We need all the help we can get.
Oh.
Sorry, too busy to stop and chat. You should go find Mordin.
I'll work on that.
Mordin saved my life. I owe him everything.
Interesting.
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. It made me sick.
Oh, spare me.
This clinic is a sanctuary. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
Somebody should show this Batarian the videos of his brothers in arms raiding colonies and taking slaves and all that stuff, and then we can have a discussion about who makes who sick. He had the name Balak.
Use malanarin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes cramping in Batarians. Supplement with butemerol.
Malanarin and butemerol. Got it.
I hear more than, but first things first. You want to yank up some of these goodies? Research station, metagel capacity. I'll definitely take that. Yeah, that's why you want to be thorough when you go through these places, because you can pick up all kinds of goodies from stuff like that. There's always loot hidden around on tables or desktops somewhere. And here's the man. Since he's not paying us any mind, I'm gonna go ahead and loot up his office first. You don't mind, do you, Mordin? You didn't need that metagel for the procedure you're working on. Yoink.
Professor Mordin Solus?
Don't recognize you from area.
I usually let people free scan me.
No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No. Too many guns, not enough data, equipment. Soldiers, not scientists. Yes. Hired guns, maybe.
As much as I love watching your thought procedure.
I came here to find you. I'm on a critical mission, and I need your help.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
It's a covert and privately funded human group.
Related to plague. Doesn't affect humans. Human-centric interest. Few human groups would know me. Equipment suggests military origin. Not Alliance standard. Spectres. Not human. Terra firma too unstable. Only one option. Cerberus sent you. Unexpected.
Smart man, he cracked that case. I figured I'd be a little cryptic there and test his wits a little, and he passed the test.
You're very well informed. How did a Solarian scientist hear about Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Why request Solarian aid?
I'm on a mission to shut down the Collectors, and I need your help.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar, but must stop plague first.
That
Already
wouldn't surprise me if they were involved with all that
environmental
Reaper tech
control
they
center.
have.
Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
Count me in.
I'll get in and deal with the Vorcha.
What the hell was that?
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before district suffocates. Here, take plague cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing.
love the way he
Daniel, one of my
speaks.
assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future, I hope.
Let's keep our end of the bargain and tell him about that Batarian. Unlike them, I actually don't want to see him just like suffocate to death. I'm sure he wouldn't do me the same solid, but I'm not him, so...
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Advanced design. Suspected collectors before you mentioned them. Purpose seems experimental. Destroys respiratory systems with harmful genetic mutations. Makes sense to avoid humans. Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variance.
Oh, man.
Unnecessary mutations? What are you talking about?
Possible goal of virus. Testing viable mutation levels in various species. Horrific, but feasible for collectors. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
And I love that they take the time to explain things like that. Like, even in here, right? They're not doing it in Codex this time. They're literally doing it through the character. So, I mean, Mordin is literally like the big brain of the galaxy. He's Megamind. I actually love Mordin's character. He's one of my favorites.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
Cowardly, opportunistic scavengers. Not tactical or aggressive. Scale of attack unusual for them. Suspect Vorcha working for collectors. Distributing plague, collecting data. No proof, but theory fits evidence.
It would make sense how they came out of nowhere and why they aren't affected, right? I'm very curious in what happened to Mordin's head. He's missing one of those antenna, or a horn, or whatever you would want to call that. He's missing one. I always wondered what happened with that.
Any idea where I can find Daniel?
No. Heard infected Batarians trapped behind Vorcha lines. Daniel went to help. Warned him not to go. Too dangerous. Patients here need him. Snuck out anyway. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Have you had any trouble at the clinic?
Nothing major. Blue Suns came for humans, made threats, killed them before things escalated.
No big deal, huh?
For a doctor, you're awfully calm about taking out a group of mercs.
Wasn't always a doctor. Some work with Solarian Special Tasks Group. Can handle myself. Advantage of being Solarian. Turians, Krogan, Vorcha, all obvious threats. Never see me coming.
I can believe that. And so that human there saying he used to be Solarian Special Forces is very on the money. That was a great guess. That's exactly what he is. STG is no joke.
Good. Restore power. Release, cure.
We've met STG before. The other STG members we met would be Captain Kirhi and the Solarians at Saren's base on Vermeer. That's the other STG group that we met. So they're no joke. They're about that life. Which means Mordin was very much about that life, and still clearly is. I mean, he's been piecing up mechs left and right here, protecting these patients. He did give us a new goodie, so we are going to probably split this episode here, and I'll take care of the last of this mission next time, but I do want to go ahead and equip that. Oh, it did it for us. Beautiful. Yeah, he gave us the big beefy. This is the revolver, basically, for this game. It's a big beefy one. We like that. So, now that we got that equipped and everything's chilling, I think this door is open now. Yes, that is the way to progress. So I'm going to split this one here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Mass Effect 2. Take care everybody, have a great day. Peace.